Welcome everyone. This is going to be a fantastic day. First day of the holiday. We decided to come to our favourite Disney park, which is of course Epcot. Don't know what it is. Maybe it's something about your age. When you get to a certain age, you like certain particular things. We do love the likes of your Magic Kingdom, etc. But this park holds something special in our hearts. First ride has got to be soaring. It's going to be an emotional roller coaster of a day for Rachel for sure. I can feel her welling up just sort of looking at her in the distance over there. The weather is great, that there's not a cloud in the sky. Just checks behind him just in case there is. But anyhow guys, hope you enjoy this. Let's have a good first monorail of the holiday. The famous PVC reverse fountain. Instead of the water coming down, it's actually shooting up over the top there. Oh, it's scorching already. I think it's going to be about 86, 87 today. Bear in mind, we are actually, today is the 2nd of October. We flew in on the 1st, and yesterday would have been the 40th anniversary of this great park. And so it starts. Land Pavilion, first park, first day, right?
First ride.
First ride. You may have gathered then there's a little sensation, that tickling feeling, that little bit of emotion. It's been 3 long hard years. We're back, and there can only be one ride, and that ride is Rach. Soaring. Here we come. We're pretty empty now because the park is just open, but we generally have breakfast down now. We probably would have, wouldn't we?
Yeah, I think we're going to have once we've done soaring.
After we've done soaring, that is Sunshine Seasons. It's supposed to be themed, so you've got autumn over there, there's winter behind us, spring, summer, etc. And it's just a quick service food options, and it's got some pretty good breakfast. We have eaten there before. That was a pretty special day, that was. The garden grill, that rotates, goes around the Living with a Lamb ride. So literally just got in, come straight through to it. Already half hour, 35-minute wait, but it's worth it. We've queued right back past here before when the wait time has been a good couple of hours, but it's an incredible ride. If you've ever been on it, you know what I'm speaking about.
So all carry-on items in the underseat compartment include cameras, purses, hats, and of course these little dudes. Soon will be airfare. So if you or your little aviators have a fear of flying or heights, you might want to wait for your party to wind seatbelt carry-on items, safety strap, fear of heights, keep your hands and arms inside at all times. Yeah, have a nice flight.
Go on in.
It was amazing. So after 3 long years, my favourite ride. Yeah, it was as everything I was hoping it would be. We got top row, right in the middle. It was
Teary?
very teary, but happy tears.
Yeah.
Happy tears.
Okay, breakfast time. Rachel has gone for an egg, bacon and cheese breakfast roll. It's sort of very gooey. She will not eat the grapes, doesn't like grapes, so I shall have them. I have got what is called overnight oats. Supposedly healthy, but that won't last. Won't last at all. And it's very much like a cold porridge, but it's really nice. I'll come here every time we come here, I have this. And Scooby and Scooby have gone for the unhealthy option of a cookie. I'm sure we'll help them with that later. And of course, a regular Joffrey's coffee.
see how the 5 human senses can help capture your imagination.
Oh, can I go too?
Absolutely not. This is one of our discoveries, the figment of imagination.
Yeah, I know all about the senses. There's sight, sound, smell, touch, coochie coochie coo, and taste. Tastes like chicken. Can I go? Please, please, please.
No, I don't want you out of my sight.
Out of sight? Okay. Come on, everybody.
Together, if you would please read line 3 and hit.
With F-I-G-M-E-N-T, you can see things differently. Sure, you can see with your eyes, but imagine what you could see if you used your imagination. Follow the bouncing figment. One spark of light can light your fence. I'd love to.
This is not a good time.
It's always a good time to use your imagination, so let the good times roll. Woo! You win 1 cent.
Don't! Oh, yeah, that really stinks.
Of course, Doc.
It actually smells like coffee.
So, what do you think? Is it me?
More than you imagine.
Doc, it's exactly what I imagined. Imagination is the brain's open house.
Oh, of course. Imagination is just turning your thinking upside down.
You said it, Doc. Imagination is a blast.
So Rach gets to meet her first character of the trip. She's meeting Joy. I know, it's the big kid in all of us, but it is magic. Oh yeah. I haven't got a clue what it is, but it looks cool. In the most part, we've come in here just to see the manatees and probably the dolphins that are at Epcot, but why not, as we've got the chance, go on Nemo and Friends and see Marvin and the cool story.
Oh, science is great, there's so much to know. Climb aboard, explorers, it's time to...
Hi, I'm Dory.
Stop playing games!
Games? I love games. Oh, I'm thinking of something.
Check out the Mini Marlin! Wahoo!
Beautiful manatee, endangered species. Back in the days of Christopher Columbus, a lot of these were actually misconstrued or thought to be mermaids. I think the actual name Aurora, actually means mermaid.
Oh, look, there he is. He's walking on the sea.
They are so graceful. Otherwise also known as a sea cow. There we have the old bottlenose dolphins.
Science is space science. Space science, like...
That is huge.
Look at the size of that ray. That is enormous.
Okay, we're going down.
It's coming right at us. Gives the old illusion of the 3D jaws. Oh, it's huge.
Cuando manda ahí pónganse no sobre ustedes, ¿ah? A ver qué
sea turtle there. A lot of these creatures in here would have been rescued. If you look at this guy here, got injuries on him. They do like a rehabilitation. It's a black tip. By itself, not so much of a hassle, but in a group of them, they will attack you. They have a not so hidden Mickey, and going around the back of that is a hammerhead shark. Never seen a hammerhead in here before. Sand tiger back there. Here comes that hammerhead.
Sí, pero es tiburón igual. Sí, es un tiburón maravilloso. La rata que tiene veneno que se mata, le corta la cabeza a la cola. O sea, no la cola. La abre y hay una fila.
No, you wouldn't, would you? I'd love to dive down into that lot.
Yeah, no, not for me. Thank you very much.
Okay, we got the new. It's not supposed to be a land, but there's a new area that's going to be Moana, and you've got rocks taking shape with scaffolding around it at the moment. But our next ride is. And who we got to blame for that?
The Venetians.
Please take small children by the hand and watch your step.
Okay, that there is a hidden Donald Duck. Under the sea, yeah.
Planner. The destination?
Yeah.
Country?
Yeah, go country.
Pets.
Scoobies.
Wind power.
Wind power, yeah.
welcome. Now lower your arms and let's add in some amazing Let's take a look, shall we? Welcome to the future. Or should I say, your future. Getting away on vacation is a breeze. Your smart suitcase knows where you're going and what you'll need. And with wind power from your you won't have to worry about your pets on your car, thanks to handy household robots. You'll leave your cuddly home in an ultra-light, ultra-powerful, totally networked family car that'll take you anywhere. You've already planned the trip to the virtual travel bases. Hotels, check. Restaurants, check. Guided tours, check. You're ready to board on this journey because your car's holographic naming technology keeps you connected to friends back home.
Okay guys, test track time. Formerly GM Motors, and you took on the form of a crash test dummy yourself, best part of maybe 6-7 years ago. It was all changed. Now you create your own vehicle inside and then you put that vehicle through its motion. It's still the same ride but slightly different beginning and ending. So generally you can have this ride, then there is a showroom afterwards. This is more your high octane sort of thing, although it's a vehicle on magnetic tracks, I believe. Yep, truck. Okay, I'll start. Look at that beast, how it's going to perform. Look at everything on it. It's got power but pretty much nothing else left. And there you go. Let's go and put this out on a track.
Automated crash avoidance technology disengaged. Displaying responsiveness data.
Here comes the final test.
Energizing for power test.
Please watch your step as you exit. And remember to take all your personal belongings with you.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Did you have one in reach? It's not a truck, but wouldn't say no. Okay, club call time, presented by Coca-Cola. Go and meet an old nemesis of mine, the old Beverly. Full of Coca-Cola merchandise. There is, of course, a Coca-Cola store at Disney Springs, which is a lot larger than this. But everyone here is predominantly to try the little free samples, of which Beverly is the one everyone goes for because it is pretty much disgusting. I'll drink it and try and describe what it's like to. Okay, Beverly challenge accepted. I know what it tastes like, but here you go. That's not as bad as it used to be. They might have improved on the flavour. But my view on it, a lot of the ladies out there will know, if you use Weller Silver Cream hairspray and your partner walked through the spray as you've sprayed yourself on your hair, or yourself and you've got some in your throat, that's what Beverly tastes like. You say that's about right? Yeah, it tastes like Weller Silver Cream hairspray. So the first purchase of this holiday is the 40th anniversary of Epcot Figment. Okay, time for a walk around the world. Some people choose to go right, some people choose to go left. We do it either way, it doesn't matter. But for today we'll go probably our favourite way, which is go left, heading through Mexico onto Norway, etc. So the story goes that once someone actually got drunk, I believe, and all that was a kid got out of control and he actually scaled the fake steps going up the Mayan temple. World Showcase is pretty much a lagoon surrounded by 11 pavilions of different parts of the world. A lot of European actually. But the first stop is Mexico. The Festival of the Dead. Actually is a really super cool place in here. I do love the fact that it's always got that nighttime market feel to it, but it's sort of, it is the, I can't remember what the Festival of the Dead's called, but by all accounts, I've just seen him now, yeah, I've just seen a hit of Mickey. Someone told me that the smoke that comes out the top of the volcano, if you keep watching it, you will see Mickey appear on the right hand side. Pretty bad focusing in down here, so bit of a restaurant to a right as we take the slow boat journey through.
I don't know, we must wait. The contract.
I'm only just in the process of getting set up for this evening's show. Never seen it, don't know what it's going to be like. We were big fans of Illumination, so it's got a lot to live up to. The show in between just fell on deaf ears really, it just didn't work. But this is supposed to be pretty spectacular. We'll bypass the Norway Pavilion for now. In there is your Frozen ride. Before that, it's a layover now because it used to be the Maelstrom. They just reconfigured it. It's exactly the same ride, just to take on the epic saga that is Frozen and Olaf. So now we're going to hit up China and look at having a bite to eat. It's the Orange Blossom Cafe at the back, which we favour, and we've got a spot there that we've sat, oh, it seems like forever and a day. You get some really swanky weird stuff in these stores because everything is Chinese produced, the actual employees that are in there, or the staff, are of China. Okay, orange blossom cap, we've both gone for orange chicken, which we absolutely love. I'm quite surprised we've gone for a portion each actually, because there is a ton of food there, and this is a spot that we have sat on many occasions over the last quarter of a century. It must be, oh, a good maybe 30-40 occasions. Following around on our little mini tour, now entered the African outpost. Arriving in the Germany pavilion. Strange, I mean, my voice has, although it's pretty common and it sounds perhaps maybe very Londonish, I'm actually half German. And as the norm with all things Germany, with a bratwurst, etc., it is always Oktoberfest. Right next door to your Germany pavilion, you have Italy. They even have a mocked up version of Venice. As you would expect, it be an American park. The American pavilion is by far the largest in the area. There is the American Adventure in there, which is really quite nice and tranquil. You go through a load of flags through the centuries leading up to a big auditorium, and then you sit down and they tell you about the story of the birth of America. We have Eats of the Beat. I don't know who's on today. I believe it could have been Sheila E., who was a more predominantly known as a professional drummer with Prince and the Revolution. There you go, yeah. Tonight playing now on 3 occasions, you got Sheila E. Look at that, Ray Parker Jr. Shame we're going home, old Ghostbusters. The rather picturesque Japanese pavilion. Again, one of these places with some really strange foods and gifts at the back there. Making our way through the market town known for the Marrakesh. This is Morocco, North Africa. Used to be the old belly dancers in here years and years ago. Don't know whether they are still doing it or not.
Enjoy the rest of the day.
Let's hear it for Atlas Fusion. Thank you for joining us.
For Belle to be standing over there can only mean one thing, and that is that we have reached France. Now home, of course, to Ratatouille, the ride that duplicates that is in the Disneyland. I'm trying to think, it's the Hollywood bit, I can't remember what it is. Disney Studios, Disneyland Paris, not the actual park itself, but the park next door. If I was to describe it, although I've not been on this one as yet, we will do at some point in the holiday. If anyone's ever been to SeaWorld and done Emperor of the Penguins, it's the same sort of slow moving ride at the start, and then it sort of takes on a form of its own on a mad chase through the kitchens and the dining room. There are many ways to get from France to the UK in the real world, that being either boat, tunnel, flight, but here they chose a bridge. And there, the quaint and rather splendid UK pavilion depicts all the nations Northern Ireland, Scotland, Wales, and of course England. It's very much, God blimey, it's Mary Poppins. Fish and chip shop, although it's pretty much like fish nuggets here. It's not like a full great big portion that you get back home. Rose and Crown pub. They do have some beers. I mean, they do things like Harp. It's like a bygone drink. They do Guinness. Probably do Stella, etc., which isn't even English, it's French. Or Belgium, should I say. But yeah, I've had many a drink in there over the past. Even got the Queen's Corgis in here. Okay, British chocolate in America. How much are it for a Mars bar? Maybe something like that. Bear in mind we can get them back home as a 4-pack for less than £1. That's $3.45. Exchange rate £3.45. That is ridiculous. But that's what happens when you have to import stuff. Anyone into your skywriting? I'd imagine that'd be something like Jesus or something they'll do, get Jesus, or I don't know. But quite common out here. Ah, Jess at work, that's you, get Jess. Okay, the last pavilion around World Showcase, if you went in the direction that we just went in, you would end up in Canada. Known for the great outdoors. You got the Cellar to me right, which is a pretty famous steakhouse. I don't know what the prices are, but it's pretty well renowned. In there is like a trading post. It has, I believe it's Rooks, a clothing brand. There's some really weird stuff. I'll go and have a look in a minute anyway. Certainly didn't think they had English telephones in Canada. Well, there you go. Obviously, you can hear the water. Beautiful waterfall around here. Generally, in the past, don't know whether nowadays so much, down here there used to be a meeting area where you could meet Coda from the Disney movie, and if you can get behind that you'll be at the backside of water, which we got to look forward to soon with a jungle cruise at the Magic Kingdom. I don't know whether O Canada still goes ahead. There used to be like a surround cinema at the back there with a show presentation. It was about 15 minutes long. Yeah, that's quite majestic, that. They said it's been a terrible day today, as you can see. Yeah, not a cloud in the sky. Brilliant stuff. Can't beat that for your first day here, can you? Let's make our way down to the store, have a brief look in there, and then we'll go back into what used to be called Future World. Everything's changed now. It's now called World Nature. Canada's favourites. I've had it a few times at the Springs. You can have different types nowadays. You can have fries, as they call them over here, with spaghetti bolognese over them, or they do animal fries or dirty fries. Just all sort of weird and wonderful toppings. I mean, a classic poutine would be chunky chips, as we would call them, with gravy and cheese curds. said I'd come back in life as a duck for that very reason, so you can spend your days at Walt Disney World. Hi there.
While there are more than 50,000 edible plant species in the world, most of us are only familiar with the handful that make up our everyday diet. We can produce over 27,000 heads of lettuce a year in this one small area. Water clean for the fish. It's another great way to produce more while using less.
Just a little bit of colour showing now. Give it another hour, hour and a half. That is going to be spectacularly beautiful. Truly can be a strange place at times. A month ago I was bedridden, thought I could have been possibly paralysed. I've been on a concoction of all sorts of drugs to see me through. I managed to get back to work for the last 2 weeks to basically make sure if I get through an 8-hour day I could do a 9-hour flight on an aircraft. And it all boils down to sometimes you've just got to believe, and that's what a lot of people at these places do. People just like myself, ordinary folks, they just believe in magic, and I don't even know sometimes what I'm talking about, but if you know, you know. Love you guys. Really is a beautiful sight, isn't it?
It's beautiful.
Good day.
fantastic day, absolutely brilliant. Really tired feet and legs, but had an absolute amazing first day.
Plenty more to come.
Absolutely.
As first days go in a theme park, first time back in 3 years, that was pretty incredible. We loved every minute, we giggled and laughed all day. We moaned a little bit when the feet got absolutely exhausted, but we spent half the day on pure adrenaline alone getting through it. But it was truly magical, and that was just day 1 of 18. More to come. Enjoy the rest of your evening, guys. See you in movies. Bye for now.